Dobro jutro, Divine Pisces, 222. It is Saturday, October 5th, 2019. I apologize, I look like, you know, hell warmed over or whatever. Um, Literally just woke up and about to go to work early, so I wanted to do a video before I went. I also want to let you guys know, it's really interesting. I got an email from someone named Vicky yesterday. She's a watcher of the channel. So thank you, Vicky. I appreciate it. Interpretation of my dream that I said yesterday, where it was like my divine masculine was like looking for me, and like I would see him, and then he would see me, and then I would duck somewhere, like I was hiding. And I found it really interesting, and I'm going to kind of give you guys what she said. She was like, your dream is a reflection to me of the collective divine feminine and divine masculine as a whole. I'm gathering that the divine feminines are ahead in this journey spiritually, and the divine masculines are making up ground to catch up. However, as divine masculine takes leaps forward, so does divine feminine. Although I think the divine masculines are taking huge leaps, while the divine feminines are baby stepping forward, until one day we all spiritually meet. So in your dream, I see you as disappearing from his spiritual view and not hiding. Motivates him to keep doing the work, learning and growing. Divine feminine is the goal, and we are leaving a crumb trail in a sense. So I thought that was really, really interesting. So thank you, Vicky. I also had a really weird dream last night too. They're getting weirder. Like, they're getting to the point where I can't even really interpret them anymore. I just don't know. And once I figure that one out, I guess I'll let you guys know. But just know, it was really weird. Alright, so the first card out today is the moon. So yeah, still a lot of deception going on in these connections. A lot of masking of truths, for sure, especially with divine masculine. And I apologize, it's dark. It's like early here, so I have like my lights on. It looks like yellow and dark and weird. So it doesn't help the dark circles. Anyway, so yeah, a lot of masking going on with the truth here. A lot of deception with divine masculine right now. He is just like, it's like he doesn't know how to come forward and say what's happening to him, because he can't explain it himself. He's so confused. It's just like everything's just hitting him one tower after another, and he just can't seem to collect any sort of reprieve at all. It's like I've said this before, it's almost like he doesn't even start rebuilding from the last tower, and a tower happens, right? And Dark Night of the Soul and all of this, inner child crap coming up, and it's just throwing him for a loop, and he just doesn't know what to do. And again, a lot of things coming to light in these karmic situations. So, that have been hidden from him, or, that he blinded himself to. And a lot of the anger that he has right now is actually towards himself. Believe it or not, it's towards himself. He's like, how did I fall for this? Why am I just finding this out now? And it's because you're blinding yourself to it, honestly. It was there the whole time, divine masculine. But don't beat yourself up about it. The stuff that's in your life that needs to fall away, it's going to fall away whether you want it to or not, because it needs to. So just let it, just let it, dude. Like, stop beating yourself up, okay? So divine feminine, definitely still in the place where she's seeing through everything. She's seeing through everything, definitely. And divine masculine, definitely wanting to come in and talk about all of this, okay? Not sure how to yet, but he definitely wants to. Divine feminine is just kind of, doing her thing. She's been waiting, but she's kind of in this energy where she's like, I don't want to wait anymore. I don't want to wait anymore. I'm gonna work on myself. You can just do whatever you want to do, man. I don't care. So because these cycles, these toxic cycles, are coming to an end. Divine feminine is pretty much kind of moving away from toxicity in her life, one step at a time. One step at a time. It's happening. She's doing it. She's recognizing toxicity when she sees it now. She's understanding that things need to fall away from her life. And if she can't actually do it on her own, she's asking Spirit to help her figure out how to do that, like manifesting how to do that. And so it's happening little by little. These karmic cords are being cut, the energy is not being lent to the situations anymore, right? And so divine masculine, still trying to figure out how to do this. A lot of these situations very, very toxic, but again, a lot of them are masking their pain in drinking, drugs, sex, other addictions, and codependent and toxic behavior. And this also to me represents a karmic partner for many reasons. For example, my karmic partner is in fact a Capricorn. So, so yeah, karmic partners, things like that, very toxic situations, you know. But they are waking up. They are getting it. They understand the love here. And a lot of them, again, we're programmed. They don't know what love is. A lot of us don't. A lot of us are programmed from a very early age on what love is. You know, we're taught that, you know, we have to sacrifice ourselves for love. We have to sacrifice the things that we want to do for love. We have to be a doormat for love. Love is conditional. You must do things in order to be loved, right? That's how we're programmed from a very early age, and this is not true. And Divine Masculine is waking up to that. Divine Feminine is already kind of woken up to this, right? And that the whole point of the journey is self-love and to love yourself. And when you love yourself, you receive love from everywhere else, right? Because like attracts like. True, actual, unconditional love. Not conditional love. Not the traditional, I hate you, I love you scenario. No, actual, true, unconditional love is the point. And Divine Masculine is waking up to that because they don't have that in their current situations at all. The love is conditional, you know, and they're having to choose. They're having to choose between their own happiness and the happiness of others because they've been so rooted in this idea that their happiness is tied to someone else's happiness. Codependent, right? And it's not. It's not codependent. It's not, right? So feeling pulled in two different directions definitely, but they're understanding that they're getting it right because they're waking up, still going through these awakening symptoms. I think hardcore right now. Guys, I know, I have been feeling this. I've been feeling very tired, very angry, very drained, very frustrated. You know, just in general, feeling, and this isn't happening to me. I know this isn't. Like, I'm dealing with my own towers. I'm dealing with my own things. But it's like I'm getting, like, anxiety, like, out of nowhere. Like, I'm getting really, really anxious, like feeling like this pit in my stomach, even though I'm fine. Like, nothing's really happening to me right now. I'm dealing with stuff at work, but, like, I'm dealing with it. Like, I'm just like, I'm done, right? I'm setting my boundaries and doing my thing. But this is not tied to that at all, because I have no anxiety. I know who I am, and I know what I am, and I'm fine. So I have a feeling this is coming from my Divine Masculine. So you guys are probably feeling this, like, anxiety, like something bad's gonna happen, like you feel lost, you feel unsure, scared, fight or flight. That's how I'm feeling, which is weird, because again, like, there's nothing happening with me. I'm fine. Like, I've had my own towers to deal with, but nothing to the extent that, you know, I'm not waking up in the middle of the night having panic attacks or that sort of thing, you know, because I've gone through that before, and it started skipping, sorry. I've gone through that before where I was waking up in the middle of the night, like, having, like, full-on panic attacks because I was going through something. Like, this was years ago. And I haven't been at that level for a long time, but now I'm not waking up in the middle of the night, but, like, during the middle of the day, like, just out of nowhere, I'll just be like, what the crap is this? Like, it's really freaky. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. So Divine Masculine, first thing on their mind today is Divine Feminine, which doesn't surprise me at all. It really doesn't. You know, they're thinking about Divine Feminine because they're probably understanding again that this connection is unavoidable. Sorry about your luck, man. Like, it's gonna be there whether you want it to or not. So this might be another cause of their anxiety right here because they just can't get rid of it. And they really, you know, it's really messed up. They want to get rid of it. They don't want to get rid of it. Divine Feminine wants to get rid of it. She doesn't want to get rid of it. It's like, you know, don't want to deal with it anymore, but at the same time, I really can't do anything about it. Right? But they're seeing Divine Feminine doing her thing, and it's really kind of making them jealous, honestly. But it is encouraging them to cut away the things in their life that need to be cut away. Right? And Spirit's trying to come in and show them that. You know? They just don't know how to stand their ground right now. They really don't. They really don't know how to speak their truth. They feel so locked down. They feel so anxious. They feel so flighty. And, you know, a lot of them are trying to build their foundations. They are trying to work on money. They are trying to get out of these situations, you know. And a lot of it does have to do with financial codependency. A lot of them are financially codependent on these situations. They financially cannot get out, okay? Excuse me. Maybe they have children, you know, and they're worried about child support, that sort of thing, or they're codependent on a partner, or maybe they're supporting a partner, or parents supporting them, they're supporting a parent, you know, that sort of thing, where if they were to leave, either, you know, they would feel left out in the cold or someone else would feel left out of the cold, and they just don't know what steps to take next, right? And they're being shown the way they really are. Divine Feminine is trying to lead here, and she is leading. She is, you know, guiding the way and showing the light and everything like that. And he is trying. He I think he really is. It's like he wants to. The desire is there. It's just the manifestation of it, right? The walking away, the leaving behind the toxicity and the karma and the emotional baggage that's being shown to him right now so that he can climb this mountain here, right? He can end these cycles. Because these cycles have been going on for such a long time. Such a long time. They're so toxic, right? That he needs to figure out how to cut that away. And the Divine is trying to come in and show him how to do that, you know. It's trying to. And he is listening. He is hearing. He really is. He is hearing these. And he's getting a lot of downloads. I do think a lot of Divine Masculines are really wigging out right now because of that. They're probably getting, like, really crazy dreams, signs, synchronicities, you know, hearing, seeing your name, birthdays, you know, stuff like that. Like, it's wigging them out. And it's, like, probably, like, very consistent and frequent. And it's really freaking them out. Right? But they're waking up. They're getting it, guys. They're getting it. They just need to know that the decision that they make, that they're going to make, and that they are making is the right one. And the Divine's trying to come in and confirm that for them. Okay? And they're waking up. They're getting it. Yeah, Divine Feminine. Oh, the tables have turned. Divine Feminine. Feeling very passionate today, I do feel. Very passionate about herself, about her mission, about her journey, about all the things that she's learning, about the things that are manifesting in her life, you know, feeling very creative today, you know, very different from yesterday. I know a lot of us were feeling very drained. Some weren't, but a lot of us were. I know I was. Today I'm fine. Like, I'm good. I'm just tired because I had to wake up early, but other than that, I'm good. So, you know, a lot of creativity today, a lot of sparking today, but also maybe some triggers, I do feel. Maybe, you know, could be some song messages, things like that are triggering you. But I don't think they're necessarily bad triggers. I think, again, they're just the triggers showing you what needs to be cut away. You know, and it's like the further you get along in these journeys, like in this journey, the less the triggers actually bother you. It's just more of a, you recognize the trigger and you're like, alright, yeah, that needs to go. You know, that sort of thing. So it's a good. I do feel Divine Feminine's actually in a very emotionally secure place right now. Some Divine Feminines maybe not, but I think for the most part, as a whole, Divine Feminines, you know, they're doing a really good job in standing in their truth and understanding what they need to cut out of their life, right? Because they do understand it's in their own hands, right? And they're releasing, they're surrendering, they're letting things just kind of happen, they're letting things fall around them, going with the flow, so to speak. You know, understanding that the only thing she has control of is herself. Is herself and her emotions, right? And so she's standing in her strength, she's standing in her truth, and she's lending her strength to her Divine Masculine, you know. And just, you know, overall just feeling pretty darn good about herself, and that's good. That's a really good step, right? Because she does understand that it's divinely guided. She does understand that this connection, you know, really doesn't, there's nothing she can do to force the connection. She's just relying on Source to help her. She's relying on the angels and her guides to help her, right? To figure out what she needs to do next, to help her with her mission, to help her with her passion, to help her stay in her bliss and to find her inner peace, right? Because she's been in this frustration stage for so long, you know, it feels kind of good to release, right? To just not even worry about it, just to do your own thing and just to Say screw everything else. Right? Alright, let's get some messages from the counterparts today. Bingo. I don't think I need to say anything about this. Bingo. Yep, they want to see you happy. Believe it or not, you know, despite the fact that they're probably, in your eyes, you know, being deceitful and being heartless and things like that, they don't like seeing you upset. And that's probably one of the reasons why they haven't come forward yet. Because they think it's going to upset you. Maybe. Right? Again, everything's just up in the air. They don't know what to do. It doesn't seem real to them right now. Just saw 1551. Everything seems really surreal for them right now. They're really not sure what's real and what's not, you know, because they just don't know what to do. But they are watching you. A lot of them are spying. A lot of them are, you know, looking at social media, you know, asking their friends about you, literally probably stalking you. I hope not. Like, you know, creepy in the bushes with a tub of whipped cream, kind of creepy, but I mean, whatever. But because they do miss you. They do miss you, believe it or not. They do miss you, okay? They're just dealing with a lot of inner child wounds. And a lot of inner child wounds are being triggered right now with the divine masculines, and they're getting hit hard because they suppress, they repress, they forgive, they out of sight, out of mind a lot of crap. So when this stuff surfaces, and a lot of it is very traumatic, okay? And believe it or not, you know, they did realize they do love you, right? They're still in love with you. They're just not really quite sure what to do, right? But they're getting signs. They're looking for signs. I think a lot of them, now that they understand the signs and synchronicities, they're actually looking for them. They're looking for confirmation. They're just, again, in hermit mode, taking a time out right now, okay? They've got a lot of stuff going on in their lives, and they're just kind of trying to work it out, guys. All right, messages from the universe. Yep. Yep. Time to surrender again. Surrender, 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 surrender. You need to take a step back from the connection. Do it, because I know, again, some of you have been giving way too much energy to the connections, and you need to take time out for yourself. Okay, find support somewhere. You know, there's a lot of Facebook groups, you know, out there for support. I know Charlotte from Happy Souls 1111 has one. I'm a member of it. You know, there's a lot of support groups out there that you can find that would help you if you're needing that. And it's good to support each other. You know, the more divine counterparts together supporting and lifting the energy of each other, the faster things are going to go, right? Remember to give yourself a second chance, first and foremost, okay? But if your divine counterpart's coming in and wanting to talk to you, don't Queen of Swords him, okay? Let him talk. Let him say what he needs to say, you know? You need to learn to trust yourself, trust your intuition, trust the universe, and trust your divine counterpart. Trust that they are going through what they need to go through right now, and that they will return to you. They will return to you, okay? They're your twin. They can't go anywhere, all right? So just take it one step at a time, you know? Manifest, yes, and try to be serious. Be serious about your journey, okay? But at the same time, if something happens, a trigger happens maybe, this is how I deal with things. I laugh things off. When things happen to me, I just laugh it off. I laugh. That's how I bring up my vibration. I laugh. It may be, and people look at me weird when I laugh during like certain things that seem very, very inappropriate. That's just how I deal with stuff. I laugh. Okay. So, alright guys, well I hope this has helped. If this has resonated, please like, share, subscribe. And I guess I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.